Yo guys, it's Layton here and we are in Energy Incremental, and this video is basically just going to be a guide on how to basically complete all of the games so far, how to get onto the top leaderboards and basically compete with everybody else. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Also, if you haven't already, join my Discord server, link in bio, giveaway soon. So guys, the first thing you want to do is you want to come over to the game page, go to Stellar Script, and you're going to want to join the group along with following the developers, owners and the top rank there, mastermind. So basically, this will give you auto energy, a 1.25 rune luck for joining the group. So that means you basically won't have to click, you can see I get it automatically, and it'll also give you some buffs later on. Once you have also joined the game, you should go over to codes in the top left and do EI Discord verify. It will be in the description, and along with release, spot like that. And those will basically, well, the first one will give you 1.5 times rune speed and 1.5 times voltage, which is a start later on, along with the release giving 2 of each portion here. So you can start off by going over to flux, and basically with the energy you gain automatically, you're just going to gain some flux, and you'll notice by reading it, it'll say gives basically double energy per flux, and then you can use it to prestige along with basically unlocking runes with your multiplier at the bottom. So once you've saved up some flux, you want to come directly opposite over to the starter rune. So basically for 5 flux, you're going to be able to roll one of these runes. You can buy game passes to like boost runes and everything like that. Look at your rune stats over here, everything else there as well. But basically these are just going to give you buffs throughout the game. So if you go for the starter, which is the first rune, and these are basically like kind of all the stats that they give. There are some rarer ones like 1 in 25 million and 1 in 1 million. But you can probably get those later on if you don't get them at the start. So you pretty much just want to go between flux and runes until you can afford surge. So surge is basically just going to triple your energy and double your flux output, along with more upgrades like more energy, faster flux and faster clicks, basically just increasing like how this loop goes. And you're just going to be able to do this until you can reach prestige 1. So guys, during this prestige, it will reset your runes, but they will be very easy to get back at this point. It will also give you some buffs and some new gameplay features. So it'll automatically open the starter rune for you, which means you don't technically have to stand on that one anywhere close to as much. Along with this, you will also get the flux button, over here. So basically, this is just going to give you more flux than the other one. Pretty sure it's like double or like triple the amount of flux, along with this one at prestige 3. But you basically just unlock that along with the voltage. So the code that I first told you about earlier, it's just going to boost this. So this basically, where it triples flux and then it doubles surge. Surge is the one back there. So it triples flux and then doubles the one back there. Along with that, you get 1 rune book for getting your first voltage along with the voltage multiplier. So you can get more energy, unlock chips, and then these two come later on. So for the chips, they are a stat over here. So if you come over to stats and then misc stats, your chips and along with the rest are here. I recommend just pinning them all. You will need them all. So once you've unlocked chips, you will realize that you gain 1 chip for every single rune that you manually open. So when you open one automatically like these at the bottom, that will not give you a chip. So you can use these for rune upgrades, and they basically just increase your rune stats. So you can get more chips, more rune luck, more rune open speed, more rune bulk, and more rune clone. So basically, it's quite like basic stats, but stuff that's definitely worth getting. Chips do come very easily later on if you can't get these at the start. But that's pretty much about it for like pretty much the second prestige. You just want to keep on going throughout that loop, getting voltage, which get more surge, get more flux, and keep on going in that loop. So guys, after doing prestige 2, it's basically just the same thing, and then prestige 3 is basically where there's a difference. So on prestige 3, you'll be able to go over here to the follower awards, and this is why we followed the people earlier on. My game just lagged so hard, but you can follow all these people and then check it straight away, and it will give you some boosts along with the game stats over here that you can see, which basically gives you some extra stuff just for like the game statistics. But if you come over to the power plant, which is like just kind of over there on the map, you will see this is the next area. So in the power plant, this unlocks basically the first upgrade tree, and you get 1 watts per second as a base, and you unlock mega upgrades. So basically mega upgrades are ones that are going to basically change your gameplay, and they won't just be like a multiplier. And it shows here your total watts multiplier. So basically on this, you want to be focusing to try and get as many watts multipliers as you can. So I think I went this path first, as you can get the most watts, and then down here to the left to these two here. So basically these watts will reset when you get into the next prestige, but you kind of want to focus on just getting as many upgrades as you can, along with doing the previous upgrades to get the energy you need for the next tier up. Also guys, if you can afford it before the next prestige, which is getting onto prestige 4, you can unlock the power rune, which trades in watts for runes, and the stats for these are basically all of these here. I'll let you read them for yourself. That's basically all of them there. I don't know if I showed the quantum before, but here's the quantum stats as well. And then there's the starter ones, which I'm pretty sure I might have showed. I'm not sure. But those are basically all the rune stats right there. And then once you get into prestige 4, not a lot changes really. So the main change is if you come over here down to the bottom left, you'll see Mega Lumberjack unlock wood. So with this, you can basically get another substat, which is over here in the misc stats. So wood is a substat. Basically, click in the tree zone, you'll get wood by defeating the tree. Tree's HP can increase or decrease depending on the next and previous level, and you can stop it from increasing with the setting at the top. I turned it off personally. I think if you're wanting to get as much wood as possible, you're best off just not turning it on, to be honest. And then get wood to buy wood upgrades. Pretty simple. So basically your main one wants to be more damage. If you get more damage, you get kill trees faster, kill more trees, you know, like, it's just common sense. Along with that, there's more energy, more flux, more surge, more voltage. You just want to upgrade those as you go. You know, they're not too important, but it will help you reach prestige 5. And also, while destroying a tree, you do have a 1 in 30 chance to get a random potion. And honestly guys, these potions are insane. It's the only way that you can get potions while being free to play, unless you want to spend 50 Robux or a little bit more than 50 Robux. So that's pretty much the only way you can get potions. So if you do want to get potions, I recommend making the tree a level where you can kill it instantly and then just AFK on that for a while. I think that's a really good way to do it. But this does unlock the energy rune over here. So I am missing one of these runes, which I will put on the screen. But for the energy rune, this is basically all of these runes here. Right there. So that's pretty much all of them. I am missing one, and I'll put it on the screen like I said. But you just want to follow this gameplay loop until you can reach prestige 5. And basically there's another upgrade here to increase wood. There is some more expensive ones around the edge for rune stuff and everything else like that. So guys, on prestige 5 you do unlock passives, which if you go over here and unlock patience, which is another mega, so you can unlock passives, and basically you get passive keys. Wait, I'm like low-key tripping, my bad guys. You get passive keys as a 1 in 500 chance from opening runes. So it does not count for the automatic runes that you get from over here and from the first prestige. You have to manually stand on them, which might be a bit of a misconception for some people. But yeah, you basically just roll these. You can buy them with Robux or buy a super one for 1000 times more luck. But you basically just roll these for given stats. There is a secret one called a Galaxy, I'm pretty sure, and I'll put that on the screen. No, Galactic, and I'll put that on the screen. But these are honestly insane. They make huge differences. I'll show you like some of the better ones right now. That's pretty much all of the good ones that I have. I'm missing the best two, but you know, wait, maybe I'll get it. Wait. Okay, maybe I'll get it, right? Never mind. Never mind, guys. I have terrible luck. But yeah, this is honestly really good. It boosts so many stats like rune clone, rune bulk stats as well, which is insane, and rune speed. It helps your runes per second a lot. People are over 1 million by kind of like a lot of game passes, but by also getting stuff like that. And then along with getting prestige 5, if you go over back to spawn and look this way between flux and power plant, you have an unlocked rarities, which is another misc stat, and it's called clovers. So basically your rarity boosts various stats and saves on prestige, so it will not reset when you do your prestige over there next time. You obtain 1 clover for each roll, and clovers purchase rarity stat upgrades basically. So you stand on this button, you roll your rarity, you can check how many times you rolled it here, and you get clover upgrades. Maxing these, basically more clovers gives you more clovers, and the rest is pretty self-explanatory. You basically just want to get the best one. I don't know how I haven't gotten it. I've done nearly 2 million rolls now. Yeah, nearly 2 million rolls, and I haven't gotten it. I don't know what's up with this, but I might just have the worst luck in the whole entire world. and I need the passive luck from this and the ruin luck. Anything will be really nice, to be honest. But yeah, once I get that, I'll be on top of the world. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the main gameplay loop, but there also is secret stats over here. So the first one that we'll look at is Overlord. So for Overlord, I don't know if there's a requirement or Prestige 3. So to get this, you need to look around the map and there will be squares with numbers on. So if you look for these squares with numbers on, see that's on 0, that one's 0 there, that one's 3 there, and there's a couple more around the map somewhere. It might be different, it might not be, but the numbers are different and color coordinated with the code. So it goes red, green, yellow, blue. So once you have collected all of them, you want to go over to the power plant, and once you're at the power plant, you want to go over to this far right side. Then there is a bit of an invisible bridge here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if you just follow that way, come around here, and then you want to enter the code like that. And whatever the code is, if you might have to guess a couple numbers, you know, just do whatever you gotta do, whatever you gotta do to figure it out. Then come over back to spawn, you'll get a message saying a mysterious island has appeared, and I'm pretty sure it's like over there somewhere. A bridge will spawn going over to an island. If not, it's somewhere, but a bridge will spawn, go over to island, stand on the button, and you will get it. And now for the last two, there is Pathfinder and Eternal Ascent. Well, that one gives energy, flux, and watts. But Pathfinder is +5 ruin bulk and ×2 rarity speed. So for this, you're going to come over to Champion Falls, which is also where we find Eternal Ascent. We're going to go straight up here and to the right, down here, and we will find Pathfinder. Step on that and you'll get it. And for Eternal Ascent, right here, which boosts rarity, luck, and wood, you need to have as a ruin starter and then Eros, which is 1 in 25 million. Hardest ruin in the game to get, but probably one of the most valuable since it does boost this. And then I don't know if I'll be able to get up there, but you basically have to make it all the way up this hill. Yeah, you can just jump up here, but you make it all the way up this hill at the very top up here somewhere. I think I can nearly see it. So yeah, just climb up this mountain here, and if you have the Eros, this will show for you. Requires prestige 5, stand on that and you get Eternal Ascent. So that's also how you get the secret stats, which is one of the main things that people don't know how to do in this game. Along with that, it pretty much from there, it's maxing out as many runes as you can, getting one of at least each primordium. It might take a while. I've pretty much got most of them, just missing the one on energy, which honestly, I might AFK tonight. I think I really need it. But there is a current bug right now, and it is that your RPS, or runes per second, is capped at 10,000. So you might notice that mine's at 22,000 a second, but if I go over here, it is increasing by 10,000. Well, I don't have surge, but it's only increasing by 10,000 every second. So that is a bug, but I'm more than sure it'll get fixed next update. But that's pretty much it for the game. Let me know if there is anything I missed, because there probably is no on me. But thank you so much for watching, and join my Discord. I love you all, and peace.